Hi, my name is Matthew Bright. I'm studying civil engineering. I'm concentrating in structures, and I graduate May 2020.
My name is Joshua Harmon. I'm a civil engineer studying structures, and I graduate in May 2019.
I'm Mira Cowart, the civil engineer concentrating in structures as well, graduating in May 2020.
Welcome to our presentation on careers in construction. We'll begin with a brief introduction to construction before talking about specific careers and industry trends in construction, and finish with a case study on the effects of the recession on employment in construction. The construction industry employs almost 11 million people in the United States alone, with an average salary of $34,000. Annual construction spending in the United States is over $1.2 trillion, composing 13% of the United States GDP, making construction a significant portion of the American economy. The graph in the lower left shows a recent increase in construction spending in the United States. As more money enters the market, more construction workers are needed to complete the work.
Many positions can be found on a construction site with varying responsibilities. The positions exist under two structures, a general contractor and subcontractor. The general contractor is in charge of the construction site and is employed by the owner. There can be many subcontractors on a site, each with their own area of expertise, such as woodworking or landscaping. Not all construction careers require being on site, but today we will focus on the positions which can be found on a construction site, including project manager, project engineer, superintendent, field engineer, foreman, and laborers. The project manager is the primary person in charge of a project site who can be found on site. There is at least one for the general contractor and subcontractor, though on a large project, more may be required. A project manager's responsibility include being the point of contact from the project site to the project executive and owners or the owner's representatives. They are also in charge of completing contract changes, keeping track of the budget, and making sure the project follows the schedule. Under the project manager is the project engineer. There's at least one on site per general contractor and subcontractor. Their responsibilities are to be the point of contact from the technical positions on site to the project manager, oversee the use of resources, manage documents associated with the project like RFIs and submittals, and monitor the quality of the project. Superintendents also exist at the hierarchy level below project manager. There typically is only one on site and they work under the general contractor. They are the primary overseer of construction operations on the day-to-day and ensure plans are met as expected, and they work most directly with the subcontractors. Field engineer is the last position directly under the project manager. Once again, there is typically only one on site and they are employed by the general contractor. They work to clarify construction documents, monitor the project progress, and ensure equipment is maintained. They are the person primarily in charge of supervising the safety of a project. Within a subcontractor, foremen are employed. They are the individuals who work directly with laborers, relaying tasks and monitoring their progress and safety practices. They monitor the budget and schedule on a more task-specific level. Laborers are the lowest level position in a construction site, but are the largest quantity of workers and arguably the most important. Their roles typically require a high school degree, capacity for physical labor, and willingness to learn. Following is a list of the major groups of laborers. Carpenters complete woodwork, electricians complete tasks such as wiring on a construction site and are typically on the higher end of wages. Masons work with materials such as bricks, completing both structural and decorative work. Plumbers are also on the higher end of the wage spectrum and work most heavily with municipalities. Welders are crucial to structures, especially those made of steel, and glaziers cut and install glass, both in the form of windows or entrances and decorative indoor glass. Plasterers complete most of the non-structural wall work, and lastly, equipment operators serve a major role in the construction labor force, as many pieces of equipment require special certifications for use. These are just some of the labor careers available, though. There are many more areas of work within the construction industry.
The current employment projections for construction are extremely good. There is an extremely high demand for laborers and skilled workers. 91% of more than 2,700 contractors reported difficulty finding skilled workers. This shortage has led to an increase in pay for these workers. Some of these shortages stem from negative trends and negative stigmas for construction laborers that can be traced to budget cuts of opportunities in high schools and the mentality that you can't be successful if you don't go to college. Future employment is expected to grow from 12% from 2016 to 2026, which will lead to an increase in 180,000 new jobs by 2026. This demand reflects an increased activity level that stems from the necessarily needing to upgrade America's declining infrastructure. Carpenters, electricians, painters, plumbers, and roofers will see the highest demand for labor. Technology is being implemented in the construction industry because of the potential cost-saving abilities from the technology. The construction industry has reported losing $1.6 trillion in cost savings from lack of implementing technology. Some of this technology includes using artificial intelligence, cloud-based analytics, and mobile computing. Some new technology advances can be found in 3D printing, drone usage, prefabrication, digital reality design, and holographic headsets. This new technology requires skilled individuals to implement and operate. Some of the other benefits of technology leads to increase in safety on the work site. Virtual reality training is new, but it's an increasing trend in the construction industry. The potential for VR training stems from the ability to optimize safety and efficiency and operator skill development. It also trains operators for situations too dangerous or costly. It also provides real-time feedback and ongoing assessment of the individual. It trains operators in the safest environment. It provides the opportunity for repetitive practice, and it places the responsibility for the training on the individual. Virtual reality technology leads to a reduction in training costs and produces the next generation of tech-savvy equipment operators. Technology and safety is extremely important because safety is number one on the job site. So technology provides the safest training environment for individuals. The difficulty can be increased gradually as training develops. It can provide riskier, more realistic training. It has the ability to generate randomness to simulate real-life situations, which can increase the trainee's focus and provide a higher retention in learning. It also has the ability to customize the training for specific sites, scenarios, and standards, which can lead to an increase in safety, which leads to an increase in job appeal.
The 2008 Great Recession of the United States officially lasted from 2007 to 2009. However, the construction sector felt the impacts far longer than the central economy and was in decline from 2006 to 2013. The construction industry felt some of the most severe impacts of the recession, 52% of the employment decline being in the construction sector. During the economic downturn, the construction industry lost 150,000 firms and over 2 million jobs. Many of these unemployed workers found new jobs in new industries, as the outlook for construction looked poor. High schools and parents steered students away from pursuing construction as a career. The construction industry has slowly recovered but the recession has had long-lasting effects. Employment levels in construction have returned to pre-recession levels, but unemployment levels have decreased significantly. Growth in construction has been limited by the availability of skilled laborers. Due to the workers abandoning the construction industry, there are more jobs available than workers to fill them. The current effects of the recession primarily benefit the construction laborer. With a large demand for construction labor, the average wage has steadily increased. In 2019, the average wage is $28 per hour. However, a higher wage is not enough to fill the construction labor demands. Over 90% of contractors have difficulty filling positions. Many people do not have any skills or training in the construction industry. This has led to free training programs across the country and an increase in high school shop classes to provide future workers with the skills they need in construction. Project Jumpstart in Baltimore, Maryland pays residents to attend construction training courses and help place them in construction jobs. The U.S. recession has benefited new construction workers and made it easier than before to obtain necessary skills and training to work in the construction industry. With access to training programs and many jobs available, a career in construction may be well worth consideration.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our video. We hope you enjoyed learning about careers in the construction industry.